Okay, thank you very much, and I'm really pleased to be here today. I've already met quite a lot of people this morning that I've known for many years, and it just feels great to be here. Because as a school governor, as Deputy Leader of the Council, and as Cabinet Leader for Children's Services, I'm totally committed to the children and the young people of this city. And what many of you know, but some of you won't know, is that I actually qualified as a social worker in 1974. Now, I can't call myself a social worker because I was too mean to pay the £30 last year. It came up again. I'd been registered until last year, and then they wanted £30 or £35, and I'm afraid I was too mean. I thought, no, I'm not paying that. So I hope I don't live to regret that. But anyway, but I did qualify in 74, and I worked for most of the next 30 years in children's social care in this city. So when I say to you that I know that you do a very difficult job in very, very challenging circumstances, and that often you don't get the recognition that you deserve, and I'm talking about in all parts of the children's workforce, not just in social care, then I really do believe that. And I really mean it. Because we don't get the press that we should get, and we don't get the recognition that our workforce absolutely deserves. I think it's really difficult for a large organisation to get the message out to all levels of an organisation that each and every member of the workforce is respected and is valued. But you are. I know that from the work that I'm doing every day with the senior leadership team. I know how much they value and respect all the work that you do. But it is very difficult for us to get that message out, and we often do make silly mistakes. There are processes and systems in place that aren't always helpful, that don't always make it look as if we value you. But we do, and perhaps, you know, it would be good sometimes to feed back to us when we're getting it wrong. That's a good thing to do, I think. I think that's constructive, and it's the only way that we can learn and move forward. Resources, data, systems, they're all important in helping us to deliver. But the most important thing is our workforce. You're the people that actually deliver on the front line. And I think that we've made tremendous progress in the last couple of years. I just think there is so much for us to be proud of. And I just look at the achievements, the educational achievements at Key Stage 2, at Key Stage 4. I'm particularly proud, I have to say, of bringing, you know, getting our new schools open, our BSF schools open, on time and in budget. That might not seem like a big thing, but it is. And anybody who's read the Times Ed and looked at the national press can see that actually we're doing very well in achieving that. The fact that we signed up to and are beginning to deliver on the Every Disabled Child Matters agenda. The fact that we've got big beacon status for our looked after children. And those are just a few of the sort of big headline pieces of news. There are so many other things that we do. And for example, National Play Day last year that we celebrated in Town Hall Square, that was a huge success. People in the city really, really enjoyed it, and they got a lot out of it. So those are the sort of things that actually do matter to the people of our city. Okay, but there's still so much more to do. Because what we want to do is we want to ensure that all children and young people receive the most appropriate service at the right time for them, to give them the opportunities to achieve their full potential. And a fundamental part of achieving that goal is to make sure that we learn from our young people, that we ask our young people, what is it that you need? What is it that you want, and how do you want that delivered? That is absolutely fundamental, because we might think that we know, but actually when you check out with young people, we don't always get it right, because it's quite a long time since I was a young person, and things have just changed so much since then. I was just talking with an ex-colleague earlier today about how much things have changed, and I look at my children and the way they are, and it's very different to the way I was at that age. So I do think that I better not just rely on my own experiences and memories of childhood and growing up. I better listen to people. And there are a number of ways in which we're already doing that. There's a big survey later this year of many young people across the country, and that will be informing national and local policy. Certainly I know that there's a number of ward councillors throughout the city that are engaging with young people in the ward community meetings. I think it's really important for me to meet with our youth MPs, which I do on a very regular basis, and we talk about policy development, and all those things are going to inform what we do. At this conference, we've got the Here by Right workshops this morning and this afternoon. I hope that people can get round to those. And later this afternoon, we've been having some thoughts from our young reporters. They're going round the stalls and they're going to be talking to people, and they'll be giving feedback on that. So basically, I'm sure you'll have an enjoyable day. I'm sure you'll have an informative day. For me, it's really important to have this opportunity to thank you personally for all the work that you're doing. I'd now like to hand over to Hollie, one of the young people in our city, who's very involved in participation work across the city.
Thank you for that. I am Hollie, and later I will be delivering one of the Here by Right workshops. And I am really excited about being here today. When I was asked to stand here, I was really nervous, but I think you get up here and the nerves just seem to disappear. And being a young person, I think participation is extremely important, especially for me. I think young people are getting more involved. I think they enjoy being able to have their voice in their city and be listened to by adults. And I think the one thing I do want to say today is today isn't necessarily about all the adults today. Leicester is investing in its young people and children. And what I want you to think about, while you go around all the stands today, I want you to think about that we are investing in our young people, and we are trying to build a stronger society for participation and for young people. And just think about what the young people want, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Hollie. That really helped to set the scene, in addition to the contribution from St Dempster. That's a really good way to slightly change the tempo of the morning. All those who are standing at the back, I really think you need to now take to a seat.